Hello, my name is Martyr, and this is Let's Play Steam Marines, and thank you for watching. Steam Marines is a roguelike tactical RPG, guys. It's like XCOM meets, the Dungeons of Dreadmore, or other awesome roguelike games out there, guys. I see the name Space Hulk thrown around a lot with this game, guys. And while I have not personally played Space Hulk, you may know more about this, and they say there's a lot of similarities between the two games. I don't know anything about Space Hulk, so that's up to you. It released on Steam September 2014, but Steam Marines was on early access for a long time. It was developed and published by Worthless Bums. That's the company's name. Don't get angry at me. You can go ahead and get Steam Marines on Steam for $14.99. And it's also available on Humble and other gaming websites out there. All links for that kind of stuff will be in the description, of course, guys. Now, Steam Marines is a punishing game, guys. If you screw up, you will feel the effects of that mistake big time. It's rather easy to screw up, too, and get yourself killed. You're like, oh, I'll just put my back to this wall, and then a monster comes to the wall and eats your freaking, ass off. You're like, oh, I forgot to reload. Clink, 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 monster eats your damn face off. Pretty much, that is a really good example of the things that will happen to you in this game. You're going to get your face eaten off a lot. And it's a really hard game. It has a lot of different difficulty levels, too, which is another good thing about the game, because it also offers a lot of replayability. But the game is very, very difficult. You need to play it smart. You need to make your decisions carefully. Otherwise, you will die very quickly. Now, when I said the game was kind of like XCOM meets Dungeons of Dreadmore, pretty much exactly that. You're going to be kind of making your way through these levels, going down these elevators, getting deeper into the ship, going down the decks, finding random events, possibly, treasure, items, loot, all that good kind of stuff. But again, you have that tactical combat where you can kind of, flank enemies, unload on them, set up ambushes, throw grenades, all that good kind of stuff that you would find like in XCOM, for instance. Now, we're going to go ahead and get into this game. We're going to look at the setup here. Really not that much to look at here in the setup. You have your basic resolution manipulation. You have VSync. Nothing spectacular here. Some, audio sliders. You do have some manipulation of the, things in the game like itself. Like, for instance, always show cursor, auto-facing, facing costs AP, which is action points, by the way. Auto end turns and things like that just to manipulate some of the in-game stuff. You also can rebind all the keys, and the game does feature controller support for the Xbox 360 controller. So you do have that option available to you if you want. I didn't really try it. I just find it more intuitive to play this game with the keyboard and mouse. It's just easier for me. One thing I want to talk about, one gripe I have right away, is about the tutorial. The tutorial is, and I can't show it to you because I'm going to continue on with my main game. If I try to hit the tutorial, it'll reset my game. But the tutorial itself, it's not bad. It's not great, really, at all. It basically teaches you how to move and shoot, but that's about it. It doesn't really tell you what leveling is. It doesn't tell you what your goal is. It doesn't really tell you much of anything. It doesn't tell you about the weapons mods. It doesn't tell you about the action abilities. It doesn't really explain much at all other than how to just move and shoot, which is can be a little bit frustrating. I'm not gonna lie. So it's one of those things I hope they possibly post-launch might decide to redesign, because the tutorial it definitely needs work. Okay, so when you play this game, if you buy this game, you're gonna need to play the game like twice to get a full grasp on this game. And I'm still kind of grasping it myself. So I'm gonna continue here. This is my squad here, right here, guys. I'm going to hit I, and that'll bring up my squad overview. And let's talk about what you're looking at right here. On the top left, we have my squad itself. Their number of action points, their number of health points. Their little avatars, which I really think are adorable. I do like the graphics about the game. I like the pixel graphics. I like the way the characters look. Will say that I wish there was a little bit more customization with my squad. Like, for instance, you can name them. So, for instance, I got Kitty here, Sea Otter, Squirrely, and Bouncer. I'll explain why it's Bouncer instead of Martyr in a minute. On the top right, we have my inventory. On the bottom right, we have my gun, the number of bullets I have left in my gun, an action bar, which you can basically load out with abilities that you will get from leveling up, and some other buttons basically that are used to, like, actually level yourself up, and a couple other things. On the bottom left usually is like a little bit of a chat log, right? Usually there's like a little bit of like a chat log in here that explains what the characters are talking about, or if you read a description, etc., etc., etc. Now, when we look at the squad overview, it has all that what you would expect from kind of an RPG game, explaining to you, very detailed what each stat does, how it affects your character, and items that can upgrade those particular items, like your gun, your armor, etc., etc. You could find things that boosts your, I don't know, whatever this is, your speed, your fire resistance. You could find something that boosts your repair, restores HP when killing a robot. You get the idea. There's stuff like that you could find randomly to kind of help your armor out here. And you can find armors in the game that basically make you more stronger than others, for sure. Also, there is classes in this game. So, for instance, Kitty is a scout. Sea Otter is an engineer. I don't remember what Skirly's class was. And I was originally a leader type class, and this guy's like a grenadier. And basically all the classes come with their own skill trees. So if we come over here, we'll hit promotion, which is P, and you can see that each class, again, very XCOM style, has their own skill tree that they'll go up on. About 4 ranks. Each gives them like an ability or something passive for them to use. You also get skill points and stat points. That increases your character's stats in some way, your speed or your health, or whatever have you. And then these increase a specific trait, like Smasher gives you a point to melee damage, also helps you bash walls down. Bomb Tech lets you reactivate traps. There's traps in the game. I haven't ran into too many of them, though. I think I ran into them once, and it blew up in my face, so I suppose that is something to be said. And Precision, which basically helps your accuracy. So, what is the goal of the game? Well, the goal of the game is very simplistic. It's just to get to the elevator, find as much loot, and survive. It's easier said than done, though, as each level is randomly procedurally generated so the elevator could be in any direction, and usually the entire level is packed with shit tons of monsters basically wanting to kill you. Okay, so if you look at my characters right here, you see that there's a little green number and a blue number. The green number represents their health. The blue number represents the number of action points they have. So for instance, Bouncer here only has 2 action points left. Let's go ahead and switch to Kitty. I can just go ahead and switch to Kitty by pressing Tab. She has 7 action points, so there we go. She opens door. Every action you do does cost an action points. Either moving or shooting or going on Overwatch, it all costs an action point of some sort. So I'm going to go ahead and turn, and now that you have to face your characters. One and major important thing you need to do is face your characters. Now, I have this monster flanked. I have it basically in my sets. You can see that little reticles kind of flowing over it, and I can simply just press Z and pop a bullet into it, and now it's hurt. But now Kitty's in a great position. You know what? There is a trap right there. I'm going to have to walk over it. Yep, totally had to walk over it. No choice in this regard. You can also find random loot in things like treasure and, items that could help you out. Med kits, whatever have you. You can find it. It might help you out. Clips. There is a focus on, resource management here. You can and will run out of bullets. Hopefully I don't get my squad brutally murdered here. I'm going to switch to Sea Otter here, who has the enemy in a flanking position. He is going to shoot. He has 9 bullets left in his gun. Or 25 bullets, I should say. He killed it. There we go. Switching back to Kitty, who scouts are more of a long-range character. Each character has like their own specialization. So like the leader was a little bit more hardier than everybody else. The scout is more of a long-distance fighter. The engineer is more, a little bit scrappier than some of the other classes. So let's go ahead and kill that thing if we can. We missed. That's okay, though. Let's see. Now, you can reload. But again, there is a focus on weapons management. So for instance, let's see if we can go back to Kitty here. She only has 6 bullets and then 1 left after that. So we need to kind of keep aware of our weapon situation. But there is items that you can find, like weapons crates, that basically gives ammunition to your entire squad. And another thing I will say is I do like the inventory system. When you find an item, it shares it throughout the entire squad. So anybody can use that item when you pick it up itself. What is this? Sea Otter, what ability do you have here? You have stun shots. That's pretty cool. He can basically stun enemies. You can also smash walls, which will allow you to access other areas, basically a little bit more deeper, and is very useful. Let's go ahead and move the rookie. He found some ammo. That's awesome. When they use up all their AP points and there's no enemies, as you can imagine, the bad guys take their turns. And this is one of those things that I think is cool about the game, but also is inherently flawed in the game. Like when it's their turn, you can kind of see where they are, which also takes a little bit of the tacticalness out of the game. Like, well, if I know where the enemy's coming from, I can obviously set up my troops in a position to where it'll just kill them all. Oh gosh, I hit the guard button instead of the shoot button. Gosh dang it. That's okay. Okay, let's move him. We'll have the rookie shoot. Okay. Now, that is a trap on that door. Now, I'm going to try to disarm that trap. Sea Otter could brutally die here, though. Yeah, he just got blown up in his face. I guess he did not disarm the trap. Maybe I should have interacted with it. That's what I probably needed to do. I may have hit the wrong button there. Again, though, it's not like that was ever explained to me. So, there was a trap on that door. That gives you an example of what the traps are like. I'm going to turn him over here. He's going to shoot at that guy. He's also going to guard in this position, because I think there's more enemies coming from that way. Yeah, this guy has a grenade launcher. It has like a little bit of splash damage. Let's see if it shoots it. It explodes, kills things. Had somebody been around it, though, they could have gotten hurt. So we got some experience there. And now it looks like Kitty is ready to level up again, which is good to give me a chance to show off what that's like. Also, I forgot to mention the characters do have perks. So, like, if I go back to the screen here, and I don't really not sure how many perks are. I think there's like 5 or 6 total. So, for instance, Squirrely is close combat perk. Sea Otter has a tech monger perk, which basically allows him to interact with certain things a little bit more easier. Find technology, I think it was. And Kitty is a spotter, which basically gives her more of an enhanced sight range. And the perks add a little bit, more customization to the game. And it's just another aspect of the game. There's not as many as I would like in the game, but it's it's certainly there for you to come up with strategies and things that you could do. So she's leveled up now. She's now a Lance Corporal, if I had to guess. She now has access to Stealthy, which is a 10% to evasion and reduced chance to be targeted by enemies, or Called Shot. Shot that reduces target AP by 1. That's kind of stupid. I would rather go with Stealthy. I don't really see the point of that. It doesn't seem like it has a point. I did choose an ability for her, right? 50% of max AP counts as physical armor. With 100% actually and 2% damage. Let's go with... I guess I didn't. Whoopsie. My bad. Alright, so she has 2 skill points. I never leveled her up before, I guess. So we'll give her speed and strength, and then we'll have her put all her points in precision, because she's a sniper, for God's sakes. So there you go. We give her some points in that. Now she's pretty hurt here, so I'm actually going to have her also use a med kit. Get her back up to a decent point of health. And now we'll have her start... There was an enemy there, wasn't it? That's okay. We killed it. That's all that matters. Alright, now let's see. Now, E. Nope, E doesn't do anything. So I'm not exactly sure how you disarm traps. I know that you can disarm traps. I'm just not 100% sure how you go about that. Okay, so we got no enemies in this. Oh, there we go. We found one. Rookie, why don't you go back him up? Last person to move here. We'll have him guard in case something comes this way. Now again, we can kind of gather where the enemy's moving from as it moves around through the enemy's turn. Again, very XCOM style, showing you what the enemy's up to. Did he hit me? How did he hit me in turn? Not exactly sure that's fair. Maybe he has an ability I don't know about. It's very possible. Kill him, man! Okay, good. So now he's ready to level up, so we'll hit P here. He's now a Lance Corporal, which gives me more access to his abilities. Hail Mary increases accuracy by 10% and range by 2. Shark Grounds. Shots ignore 50% of target's physical armor. Fantastic. That sounds great. I'll give him more strength. He needs more strength, and we'll give him precision again. I'm sure some of the other abilities are pretty useful. I just find getting them more health is the way to go. It is important to note that there is a little bit of a, there is credits, for instance. As you can see on the top right there, I have 10,000 credits, and you can kind of randomly find a shop. Shoot him! Good shot. I'm going to smash through this wall here so I can avoid that trap there. I do believe that is everybody's turn. We'll have newbie guard here, and I think we'll have her head down the hall. Oh, she found the elevator, so now we can head down the floor to the next floor if we wanted to. But there's certainly a chance there are more things to find on this floor, like, you know, treasure or items. And Kitty is exposed, I will say that much. She's out there by herself. I didn't give her any backup, and there seems to be quite a bit of enemies on the top right over there. Okay, is there something that... Okay, I thought I saw something that way. I was like paranoid as hell here. I'll have her stand on top of the elevator in case, you know, my squad gets completely destroyed here, which they may very well go ahead and do. Okay, we're gonna have them guard. You're gonna go ahead and explore that. You're gonna ignore that and smash the wall. Okay, rookie, you need to level up some, rookie. All right, that's gonna be it. Come on, step forward into my death trap. Come on, come on. There's a lot of enemies above me. I'm not really sure where they all are at, but they're doing their own thing up there. They're apparently just killing themselves, running into all sorts of kinds of traps. From what I understand, there's like 5 decks, and then usually a boss. There's bosses in this game that you have to fight. Random events could occur also. Another thing that I really think is adorable, sometimes your troopers will just kind of talk to each other, which is kind of, you know, really just cute when they like start conversing with each other. Crapola. Guard. Smash through the wall. Oh my goodness. Guard. Rookie, get in here. Rookie, you leveled up. The rookie leveled up. Huzzah. Rookie, what's going on with you? Rookie, you leveled up massively also. Alright, you're going to get a strength point, and we'll have you be a bomb tech. But hopefully that will help you. Maybe you need the bomb tech skill to actually be able to disarm traps. That probably could be it. AoE attacks can kill secondary targets. That's good for somebody who's wielding a grenade launcher. Weapons destroy landmines? Nah. Better knockback adjacency? Sure. Can I not choose that yet? Okay, I guess not. Alright, so newbie has how many he can move. I hit the wrong button. Huh, that's that. That's that, certainly. Alright, now we're going to get into a whole heap of trouble over here on this side, because there's a whole lot of monsters going on. What the hell? What happened to my turn? What is going on here? There's just a whole lot of enemies, isn't there? Alright, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to have the newbie break through that wall there. Yeah, Kitty, why don't you come back up here and help us? Oh, yeah, that was stupid of me. Okay. Not good. Not good. Not good at all. This puts my soldiers in a very precarious position. I will say that. Oh, dear God. Oh, God. It's the otter's hit. He's in trouble. Hopefully, if we get back to my turn in time. Oh, God. Newbie! There's somebody behind you, newbie! Watch out, newbie! Bouncer, don't die. Oh, man. We are in trouble here. We're getting swarmed. Alright, we just got to make these shots. That's what has to happen here. That's what's got to go on here. Okay. So, first off and foremost. Move up. Turn. Shoot. Move up. Oh, that wall. Okay, so you're just going to guard. Newbie, turn me around. You got a bad guy behind you. Okay, that's basically all newbie can do right now. She found some money. You know, I probably could have had her kill that monster. I'm going to go ahead and use whatever I have. It restores all AP. Might have him use that. Oh, we also have an armor mod kit, so I'll have him use that. So I'll give him some more armor. I'll have him use that. And then we'll also have him use that. And then I'll give him an adrenaline shot, and I'll restore all his AP. He's going to unload. He is out of bullets. Not good. Not good at all. Alright, so we used up an armor crate, which basically gave everybody some ammo. Also reloaded his gun, so I actually can just shoot now. Okay. We'll see what happens here. Everyone could be brutally murdered here in the next couple seconds here. One thing I was going to say was I like the fact that sometimes the soldiers will talk to themselves, talk to each other. It gives them a little bit more personality, and I kind of enjoyed that aspect. I wish they did that a little bit even more, actually, just so I can get a feel for the characters and see what they're like, their personalities, and I thought that was kind of cute and adorable. Newbie, you with the grenade launcher, turn and shoot. Okay, cool. You gotta reload. Gosh dang it, Kitty. Why do you keep running into landmines? Okay. Now, some of the enemies you have to kind of be smart about. Like some of them, for instance, that one that was kind of purple. He had a shield. Oh, God. He had a shield on him, which made him kind of a harder target to hit from the front. You need to flank that enemy to be able to do anything to that guy. So we got another skill point here. Hackery. Hack consoles and modify PDAs. Mag fist, melee that turns target around. Interesting. We'll go with hackery. I'm kind of curious what that does. And more precision for you, sir. We're going to have him go this way and then that way and then guard. That's all you can do right now. I think that's basically everyone's turn here. Hopefully they're stupid enough to kind of wander into my overwatches and I can brutally murder them. I think this can't be any more enemies after this. There can't be any more enemies after this. Okay, she can probably move and... Oh, there's a wall in her way. Gosh dang it. Oh, because that's one of the guys with the shield. That's why I can't hit that guy. Crapola. Cool. Okay, we're gonna have to, What? Did an enemy just appear behind Kitty? Oh no. This could be it. We're dead. We're totally dead. Oh god! Squirrely! Woman, turn around and shoot that thing before you die. She lost all of her... We're gonna use her... We're gonna go back to her. Can she use adrenaline? She cannot. She has to use an AP point to use adrenaline. Okay, rookie. Shoot like you've never shot before. Oh my god, rookie. There we go. Oh boy. Yeah. Okay. You know what? You're going to want to use that medkit you just picked up. And disperse that ammo crate to everybody too. Alright, I think that's basically everything I can do here. I'll search these lockers. That's it. I think we killed everything though. That's pretty much everything on this level here. Yeah, I'd be honestly shocked if there was more on this level. Yep, that's it. That's everything on the level. The rest is, you know, treasure or items. We found a new weapon. Well, that's cool because I'll give you a chance to show off. That's what Squirrely is. He's a support class. So we found a new gun here, and you can just click on the weapon in your inventory, and it'll compare that weapon to your older weapon. So, for instance, this has the exact same damage, exact same range, less accuracy. In all, it's not as good as a kind of a starting gun, which is kind of, you know, shitty. Who just died? Why do you have so little hit points? Are you like on death's doorstep, rookie? What's wrong with you? Alright, well I think that's basically it. I think that basically kind of covers it. We found another armor kit which will basically allow my men to be more armored. Now we gotta move everybody towards the elevator to get them back to where they need to be. We'll begin doing that now. I do want to see really quick what that hacking of modules does. So, for instance, I'm smashing through all the walls. I think that's everybody. Okay, good. Alright. Smash through that wall. Avoid the trap for the love of God. Just smash through all the walls. Whoa, 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 whoa. Don't kill yourself, stupid. Alright, was there a console to be hacked over here? Yes, there was. Okay, I want to see what that does before I wrap up this video, because this has definitely been going on long enough. Let's see that really quick. It basically just gives me extra credits, I guess? I guess that's what it does. Well, guys, obviously, it's a bit of a slow, tactical-based game. It's not really, it's not as fast as some other, tactical games. The idea of the game is to take things slow and steady and, win the race, basically. If you rush through things, you're going to make some mistakes and you're going to die very quickly. In all, Steam Marines is a good roguelike, guys, with plenty of charm and tactical combat. I would have loved to have seen a bit more customization, especially with my troopers. So I kind of felt a little bit more attached to them. And I hope they maybe, they really need to redesign the tutorial, because it doesn't explain squat. It takes you a couple of playthroughs to figure out what to do in this game. So I just hope that's something they'll eventually go ahead and fix, guys. While I didn't run into too many bugs, there is a couple. Alt-tabbing the game, for instance, crashed my game. Not sure why. So, just keep that in mind. There's a couple of things here and there left to work out, guys. The game has plenty of replay value, again, with those multiple difficulties and those randomly procedurally generated dungeons. So you will get plenty of bang for your buck, guys. And I would recommend this game to anybody who enjoys roguelike and tactical squad-based games. But just remember, keep in mind that the pace of the game is rather slow. It's not a flashy, action-packed game. It's more about just taking things easy and planning everything out before you make a move. So big thanks to the developer for a chance to check this game out. Thank you for watching. Remember to subscribe and share, and I'll keep bringing you awesome games, guys. Till next time, play more indie games.